Hello guys, welcome back to Vitex Farm channel. Please, if this is the first time of you watching my video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. As I've earlier said, in Vitex Farm channel we talks about poultry farming, both organic and synthetic. So in today's video, we are going to discuss how to cut down the cost of feed in your poultry farm. That is the topic that we are going to discuss in today's class. So as we know, the price of feed, especially this time, is very high. And again, poultry feed take at least 80% of money you invest in your poultry farm. After buying your bed, the next aspect that will consume a lot of money is your poultry feed. So in today's video, we are going to talk about how to cut down the cost of feed in your poultry farm. As we all know, the price of feed is very high. Like in my area, one bag of starter feed or finisher feed is almost 6,700. Just check it. For example, you are training 100 birds that might consume at least 17 to 18 bags of feed within 8 weeks. If you multiply 6,700 or 6,600 by that 17, the money is very high. Then if you minus the money you use in buying that bed and other expenses you have made, if you sell the bed, sometimes you might not even get any profit there. Sometimes you might end up losing your money. So in today's video, we are going to talk about different ways to cut down the cost of feed in your poultry farming, because it is very important. Every farmer wants to have high profit in his or her poultry farm. No farmer wants to lose or have low profit in his or her poultry farm. So now let's outline those steps. How to cut down the cost of feed in your poultry farm. Number one is by formulating your own feed with cheap ingredients. It is very important to know how to formulate your own feed. What are those cheap ingredients that you will use in formulating your own feed? You can use broken corn, you can use corn chaff or akamu chaff or pap chaff, you can use dried fish, you can even use all this old bread. You can dry them and pound them and mix them with your food. If you are buying at least 17 bags of food for 100 beds, but by formulating your own feed, you can cut it down to 12 or even 10 bags, and it have reduced the money you will spend in buying feed. The next one is planting of vegetable. You can make a garden for your bed. Some of those things you plant in your garden is water leaf, grain, garbage, or any other vegetable in your area. You can mix this vegetable to their feed because it have a lot to do in the bird's body. So vegetable is very good for your bed. It is very important to plant vegetable. They will help to reduce the number of bags of feed you will buy. The third thing you will do in order to cut down the cost of feed in your poultry farm is prepare leftover food for your bed, or you can add leftover feed to your bed feed, or leftover food into your bed feed. What are some of those leftover food? Like your beans, the beans you could not eat again the next day, you want to go and throw it. Don't throw it. You can dry them, you can utilize them for your beds. Don't throw them. What about rice? What about curry? What about apple? All these things you can dry them. When you dry them, you can pound them or grind them and mix it with your feed. They will help to reduce the cost of feed. The number fourth thing you will do in order to cut down the cost of feeding your poultry farm is avoid overfeeding. It is not bad to feed your bird, but avoid overfeeding. Normally, if you want to feed your bird, you can feed them morning, afternoon, and evening, or morning and evening. Don't start to be giving them in the morning. You give them 3 times, afternoon 3 times. No, You can give them 2 times or 3 times in a day. The last step that I want to talk about is avoid feed wastage. Normally, the smaller birds or the day old chicks, they can waste food a lot. For example, when they march on their feet more than 4 or 5 times, they will not eat, or especially if they poop on their food, they might not eat it again. So what do you have to do? Instead of you to throw down those feed, you just need to filter the feed. Then you dry them or heat them and mix it with their new feed and give them back. So those are the steps that we have discussed today on how to cut down the cost of feed in your poultry farm. If you follow this step, you will have high productivity in your poultry farm. You will have plenty of gain because you have helped to reduce the amount of money you will spend in feed. So just follow this step. If you have any question, you can drop the question in the comment section. Thanks for watching the video to the end. I hope you have learned a lot. Thanks. Subscribe to Vitex Farm channel. See you.